Previously. Are you aware that it's an offence to handle stolen property? Well, yes I am, but I didn't put them here, they were just dumped. Okay, sir. Please get into the car. We need to discuss this down at the police station. Hello everybody and welcome back to the farm. So before we get started, I'm just going to say that I did repay last week's mortgage. It was £2,500 and it was repaid after the vlog, and it was just not really the greatest ending for one of my vlogs because, yeah, I was taken into the police station. Now, I luckily wasn't charged. The reason why I was taken in for questioning was clearly because the stolen objects which had been reported in the local town, which I wasn't aware of, had appeared in my yard, and people driving past had seen them in my yard and then told the police. So it didn't really go in my favour at all, but I showed them the vlog of me doing the drilling in the field over there and getting home late at night and finding it all here, and that was good enough. They believed me, and because the items weren't really that high value, it was just annoying that wheelie bins had gone missing from people's houses. Yeah, it just was sort of dropped. It dropped against me anyway. It's an ongoing case. They're trying to find the person who did it. They think it was probably just, you know, hooligans, wild hooligans, stealing wheelie bins and just dumping them in random locations. Apparently it's actually happened in somebody else's driveway as well, so it isn't just me. I just had to go in and say my side of the story, basically. So, I did make the weights, and this is obviously a bit of a question, an open question, as to what I should do with them. I did speak to the police about them, and they said if the owners come forward wanting them back, the drums that is, then I have to return them. If I don't have, if they don't have anybody, you know, coming to claim them, then I can keep them, because they are just empty oil drums. So I can't really do anything with them at the moment. They're going to have to go in the corner. I have an idea. I'm thinking what I might do is somehow auction them off for charity. I would just take the amount that it cost me to make these, and then we'll give the rest to charity. I think that would be quite a good approach, since it has turned out in such an awkward way. The one over here is mine. Actually, one of those is mine too. This is the one we made before, so that is definitely 100% mine, and, well, it's going to be hard to distinguish which one it was, but I suppose we could just say the red one was ours, I don't know. But 4 of these did just appear over here. Anyway, the stuff which was dumped here is gone. It's been returned to their rightful owners. Yes, people have retrieved their bins, and I think we can now move on from this situation. Ah, Dennis. I've not had a text from Dennis for a while. So what does Dennis have to say? You're getting as bad as me being taken in by the police. Oh, thanks a lot, Dennis. Very supportive of you. I think I'll reply and say, ha ha. Right, so I'm going to jump into the gator. Oh, Dennis again. What do you want this time? Do you want to see my new shed? Oh yes, of course, it's been put up. Shall we go over there? I suppose we can afford to quickly. I do need to go to the fuel station and get food anyway, so I suppose we could take a look. So this is the shed which was blown down in Storm Dennis, ironically. I think that must have been back in February. And he's finally got the insurance payout, so he's managed to get a new shed put up. I don't know the details of the cost of it and how it's all worked exactly, but yeah, I'm pretty sure he did get some insurance on it, so that was pretty good. Well, we better go and take a look. Let's hope there isn't another Storm Dennis. So we'll spend the usual £20 to £30 on food for this week. I was lucky to get away with it with the police, really, because I was starting to make those weights, so I don't know. It's just a unlikely situation, as usual. Right, what kind of food have they got in here today? The shelves are well stocked, and I have just spent £42. Yeah, more than I usually would spend, but it keeps us going. Really, £42 for a whole week's worth of food, though. It's actually quite cheap. After you, it's quite busy. Right, so what do we have? What kind of shed is Dennis going to have? Some old rickety thing made out of scrap, or the state-of-the-art shed? I think I'm going to go with something in between. I had to guess. Oh, he's still got the flag. Has he welcomed any visitors? I doubt it. Although, you'd have thought he would take it down if it was turning people away. Here it is then. Oh, I can almost see it. Wow. That is a decent shed. Well, he has done well for himself. That is really good. Well, let's hope this one is better. The other one was obviously quite old, so I think the steel beams have just weakened over time and the wind just blew it over. But this one, fantastic. Oak framed, is it? It's really, really expensive looking. Well, I hope that this one serves him well. He can put all of his tractors in here. Oh, and of course it doesn't have the old cement board asbestos type roof. It's got the nice new stuff, so that's much better. Well, Dennis is lucky. He has done well. Well, I don't need to do the sheep today because they've already been done. Yep, Paula will have done them. We'll just head down here and very, very quickly talk to the old fool, and then we'll move on. Just as long as he doesn't tell me that he's got loads of bookings for his bed and breakfast. I mean, I want him to do well, but from one flag, that would just be extreme.
Ah, welcome back, Daggerwin.
Well, thank you very much, Dennis. I was, of course, once again welcomed by your hideous flag up there, which you still haven't brought yourself to bring down.
It's a good flag, that. Do you know how many bookings I've had?
You've had some?
Aye. I've had 13.
13? You're not telling me that it's just people who have seen your flag from the road. It doesn't even say that you're a bed and breakfast on it. In fact, where's your sign? You have nothing. What's going on here, Dennis? How'd you do it?
I knew you wouldn't believe me, Daggerwin. Here, look for yourself.
Okay, let's take a look. Dennis, are you aware that all of the people have exactly the same name?
Eh?
Yeah, take a look. You've written the same name 13 times.
Oh, blimey.
Did they actually ring 13 times and give the same name and you didn't notice?
Well, I must have just not been paying attention, Daggerwin.
Disappointing, I know, Dennis. No, honestly though, I do wish you the best of luck. I think you do deserve it. Maybe just, expand on the advertising and think about replacing the flag.
Aye, well, I suppose you're right.
On the bright side, you do have a booking. You've actually got your first booking. So, well done.
Yes, well...
Cheer up, Dennis. It could be worse. Anyway, I'll be off now. I genuinely do feel sorry for him. Yeah, I think he did think that he had 13 bookings, so... one day he will do. One day. Maybe we could help him out. Maybe we could do some advertising for him. That could be quite good. I will do. I don't know how much he would appreciate it, but he just seems so happy when he had 13 when actually he's got 1. I think what I'll do is I'll try and put some little adverts, some little leaflets in some local shops and stuff. The fuel station shop could be a good one. Okay, I'm going to head home. and I'll see what I can draw up. I think I might also have to just look after the sheep and Twiglet briefly, although Paula should have looked after Twiglet, so we'll have to go and check. Oh, great, it's coming on to rain again. I think what I'll do is I'll keep this gate closed. Would be a good idea too. And locked, actually. We'll keep it locked. Because I can actually get into that yard very easily from round the back, and that is just much better from my point of view. Obviously it's handy to have access from the road if you have a delivery, but for me I can just, you know, so easily just go around here. So easy. Right, okay, well, I'm just going to park this over here. Just pop it there for now. We'll very quickly run down to Twiglet's paddock and just make sure everything is good. I think it is, yeah, Paula's been here, that's fine. Brilliant, and also the sheep, we'll just quickly take a look at the sheep. This field is doing so well. I could actually mow this grass. It's a shame it's raining. It would be good to. How are they doing? Yep, they're doing fine, so they have been looked after very well. Oh, actually, their trough is looking quite empty, so that needs to be filled up. But this grass here, this is pretty much wasted land. I think we should either cut it and put it into the silage pit, or cut it and then we'll bale it, and we can use it as feed. So I'm just going to, well, I'll have lunch in a minute. Whilst I'm having lunch, I'll think about drawing up this little advert. It won't be much, just something a little bit more advanced than me writing on a scrap of paper. And then we'll try and get that stuck into various different shop windows and stuff. And finally, I think what I would quite like to do is get that field cut. I think it would be really useful to do that. So, yeah, let's just, first of all, get this bale out of here. The tractor which I'm going to use for this is the Fit, which should already have a pallet fork on. Yeah, that's good. But it's so nice to have this extra space. It's something which I've been wanting for a long time on this farm, so it makes all the difference. If you remember what it was like before, it was just that really tight corner. It's actually quite surprising because when I was mowing it was like a really awkward corner. And now it feels like a really big corner of the field, so just goes to show that you've got to have the right application, you've got to do the right thing in the right place. So as a grass field, it wasn't very practical. As a yard, it is a really good use of space. Alright, let's try and get this out of here. I've rolled it to the edge of the shed. Now we do still have quite a bit of hay on this bale, but these sheep are quite hungry, so we'll have to see. We'll get as much as we can into the trough. See how much they actually need. Right, that is all full, and we do still have some hay left. So there you go, sheep. I'm sure they'll love it. Food. You can see they're actually grazing the grassland anyway, so it's not that important that they have the hay. It's more for the winter. I will give the remaining little bit to Twiglet over here. I'm sure he'll appreciate it, even though it is just a very small amount. There you go, Twiglet. A little bit of a top up for you. Okay, so we definitely need to get some more hay bales produced. This is kind of a good time. I'm going to have to check the forecast. Obviously we just had the rain, but that has now cleared, which is good. Didn't really rain too much, actually. Just a quick shower. And we'll put this tractor in here, because I have made quite a bit of space now. Anyway, I'm feeling hungry, we're going to have some food, and I will draw up the little advert. It won't be much, nothing too special, but if somebody sees it, then you never know. Thing is though, you want to really be opening up the audience, because if you put it in a local shop, chances are the people who are going to be staying in a bed and breakfast aren't already here. They're going to be staying there to visit the area. So anyway, it's worth a try. He needs to be on social media. Right, well that has taken up a fair chunk of my time, but I think it's going to be worth it. I now have produced this little leaflet sort of thing. I'll just very quickly show you. So here we go, it's just to the point, and it's advertising Dennis's bed and breakfast. And I even got his head in on there because I know he likes to show his head, and maybe if people can see who is running the place, it will attract them in, maybe? I don't know. We'll see how it goes. So we're going to head down to some shops and we'll get it put into the windows if the shopkeepers allow us to. Hopefully they will. There is actually a place in the fuel station which allows you to pin up local adverts and stuff. Oh yes, of course, I left my gator up here. It's actually turned out to be a really nice day after the rain, so we'll just let the grass dry up a bit and then we'll get the mower out and we will cut it. And this is going to be the first time I have used properly the old tractor, the one which we found in the back garden of the house over the road. We can use it for mowing. But yeah, I can afford a bit of time because we don't want to be cutting it with it so wet still. It was only 2 hours ago that it rained. Here twice in one day. I'm feeling lucky, we'll park in a different space. Okay, right, well this isn't going to be too interesting. I'm just going to go here first and we'll go to some other businesses. There's not many businesses here, but there is a shop just over there, and yeah, this is the sort of area where the shops are. I think there might be another one around the corner. Anyway, we'll see what they say. Thanks very much. Okay, so they have all agreed. I got the fish and chip shop, I got the fuel station and that shop over there. All of them. I haven't tried the bakery. Nah, the bakery didn't want it. Well, I got 3. 3 adverts have been put up. So you never know. People might contact him. So I think that's my job done for today. Me trying to help the community as much as possible. Right, okay, things have dried out nicely. Let us go and get that old tractor started up. We'll warm it up for a few minutes because it hasn't done anything recently. And then we're going to have to, well, I think hay is going to be the best thing. I'll check the forecast, see if hay is going to be a viable option. Now if it's going to be really wet over the next few days, then yeah, rain is going to stop us from being able to do hay. I think if it is going to be wet, I will just cut it, pick it up straight away and put it into the silage pit. But hay is my preference because that is exactly what Twiglet eats and what the sheep are going to eat as well. It will likely be in a few days' time when I get the garage sorted out. It is about time I got it sorted out. So yeah, we're going to get this all done. Get it all nice, and we might even be able to make it into a properly functioning place where I can maybe do a bit of work, service a few things, possibly. I do at the moment, I treat the workshop as the building down there, but having one up at the house would be useful too. And that lawn is going to need its first cut very soon. Right, okay, so onto the little tractor, which is currently up here. I think I did keep the mower on the back of it. Yep, I did. Yeah, I didn't want to faff around taking it off. So, the first bit of work this has done, since it was repainted, since it was serviced, the only other thing it's done is drive around the field in circles. That's what I was doing with it, so time to do some proper work. Fires up first time. It is a little bit smoky, but I would expect that really. It's an old machine. It's a nice machine. We'll just pop the PTO on. And as you'll already be aware, as I've already said, the area right at the top is for the sheep, so I don't want to be cutting their grazing land. It is just this area here where the sheep don't really venture to. I mean, this is a pretty obvious division, they tend to stay in that area. So everything which is quite long we'll cut and we'll put it to good use. Here we go. It's mowing. And it likes it. This will throw some soot out of the exhaust. It's as close as I want to go to that. We'll go a little bit around the back here. Just making the most of it, really, making use of everything which never gets used. I suppose even here, this is wasted land. And because I'm using a small mower and a small tractor, we can get really close to things. Right up to the crop. Okay, well, I'm just going to continue until it's all done, and then we'll be able to decide what we're going to do. Whether we're going to pick it all up, or whether we're going to leave it here to dry, row it up and then bale it for hay. Okay, so there we go, that is all done, and the time is 5:15, so the sun is going down. It's not as strong as it is at the midday, so yeah, it's not going to dry it out that quickly. I will just quickly take a look at my phone and see what the forecast is doing. Okay, so this is on my phone, this is the weather forecast, and as you can see, it's pretty average, really. Not much sunshine around. There's a bit of rain on Tuesday. Wednesday and Thursday look good, so does Friday actually. But yeah, the current drying is just, you know, it's average. It's not going to be drying that quickly. So I don't really know what we're going to do exactly. Just trying to think here. I will probably end up rowing this up tomorrow and putting it into the pit over here, because then at least I can ferment it. And then probably when it regrows and the other field is ready, because we have the other grass field as well, we'll get both of these done as hay. We'll have loads and loads of hay bales ready for the future. We'll just keep them in stock. And then the third cut can be silage. We'll do silage, maybe bales, but definitely silage in some form. Hello, can I help?
Ah, right. Well, if you can do that'd be really helpful.
Go on. What can I help you with?
Well, I was in that shop when you were putting up that poster, and well, I followed you back.
Okay, and that's not creepy?
Oh, it's nothing like that. I was actually looking for the B&B that you had on the leaflet.
Oh, yeah. I'm advertising it for Dennis. He is the owner of the bed and breakfast, Dennis Jenkins.
Oh, I thought as much. Dennis Jenkins.
You know him? Is it a problem?
Oh, well. Oh, it might be. Oh, blimey.
What did you say? Blimey?